I got the Freewolf M87 keyboard. I reviewed it on this channel January 2025. I got this thing actually for $35 back then, and it's been over a year now. Yeah, and when I even look at it, it hasn't aged a bit. Well, there were many months in 2025 where I just used the Mac like that without this keyboard. Though. There were also many months where I used it very well with the keyboard. Anyways, after so much time, there are many things I like about the keyboard and there are stuff I don't like. Let's start with what I like. For a plastic keyboard, which is actually what almost all keyboards are made out of, it's quite very durable. I mean, you get the idea. It hasn't aged a bit. Look at that. Not ASMR, but you know, there is one thing that stands out in this keyboard. Yeah, the battery life. It's awesome. Do you know that I have gone for more than 2 months without charging it and we still have up to 40% left? That's mind blowing for something I used almost every day and it's practically always on. Also, the keyboard is very silent. Basically, you could walk close to your friend for 5 hours straight without them getting bothered by the sound of the keyboard typing, unlike the case of, let's say, a mechanical keyboard. One reason why I would have preferred a mechanical keyboard actually is I feel like while this is quiet while typing with, it has more friction on the keys than a mechanical keyboard. Yeah, I don't know. When you press down a key, it just seems like a mechanical keyboard would press down more easily. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's just a personal take. Not that the keys are hard to press, no, they are very fluid and they move, but I don't know, there's a kind of feeling that mechanical keyboards have, almost like zero friction when you press down on a key at the expense of that sound it makes. Also, it's nice that we have 3 different connection options. We have the first Bluetooth, we have the second Bluetooth, and then we have this USB connection. That's 2.4 gigahertz connection. I never use that, yeah, but it's nice to know that if I want to, I can. It's covered by this stuff that used to raise it up on the table. Also, it charges with Type-C. Yeah, that helps me a lot. I use Type-C to charge a lot of stuff, including my Mac once in a while when I'm far away from my MagSafe cable. So it's nice to know you can just take it out and plug it in. I think an hour is actually enough to get months of battery life. One thing I don't like actually is that the keyboard is very hard to clean in my opinion. Even while using cotton swab, sometimes I can't really get into the crevices, and as a result of that, there is a lot of dust trapped in those places. Anyways, I'm not going to use the keyboard forever, so whoever owns it next, that's going to be his or her problem. Second is that it takes so much space on my table, yeah. Despite having a decent sized table, which is behind me, the keyboard consumes quite a lot of space. Like when I place it on my desk and let's say I need to eat at some point, I have to start moving it to another side. It takes more space. I have seen the kind of space those Logitech mini keyboards, Apple Magic keyboards take. Yeah, they take way less space and are more minimal. It has a minimal design, yeah, but it takes a lot of space. Probably due to the fact that we have an extra pad here. Like usually this is a kind of number row on some keyboards, but here is just arrow keys and some special functions. That's it. $35. Freewolf M87. Yeah. Probably if I'm still using it by this time next year, I'll give you guys my 2-year review.